I purchased this sunrise alarm clock from Amazon 2 months ago for $200 because one, I needed to replace an old alarm clock in our bedroom, and two, because I wanted to know what all the fuss was about. I looked up other reviews and saw there wasn't really anybody else sharing it who has used it for as long as I have. Some people only used it for like a week. Some only like basically reviewed it because they were gifted it. Of course, I wanted to make sure I used it for a while before I did my review so that it could be honest and I can give you like my honest thoughts on like what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But before I give you my thoughts, if you're new here, hey, my name is Lauren, and on my channel I share tools and tips for helping you on your self-care journey. Now, sleep is one of the things that I prioritize when it comes to my self-care. So when I first heard about this clock in an email from the planner brand Laurel Denise, I wanted to give it a try to see if it would help me sleep and wake up better. I will say there are some things that I like about this clock, and then there is one thing that annoys the crap out of me. Well, maybe two. And I'll go over those here in a little bit, but in case you are not familiar with this clock, I'll go over a little bit of the basic features of it. It is a sunrise clock, so this portion of it lights up, and I will click on it so you can kind of see the light up based on my routine. And I don't want to get any like copyright or anything, but then that's the sound. So it has, turn it off. It has both a light, so this portion of it, and then it has like sounds for sleeping. So you can pick from a variety of sleep sound options. Now this is like the front speaker area, and then it also has like a speaker area in the back. And it does have a switch here to turn the alarm on and off. Right now it's in the on position, and if I flip it this way, you'll see it's like red in there, and that means the alarm is off. So that's really easy if you don't want to go into the app on the phone. And it just popped up there what time. It said 6:40. If you don't want to use your app, because all the settings are relied on the app on the phone. So here on the phone you can see the different alarms I have, and then the times depending on, you know, having it toggled on or off. And then for the rest, that was the piano sounds you heard. So before I'm like, when I'm winding down, this is like my wind down routine. Now I will say the wind down routines, in order for you to set up the routines, you need to be in the Hatch Plus membership. I am not currently in that anymore. However, I still have access to the routines, like the routine that I set in place beforehand, which I'm glad that they did not completely kick me out of the routine that I had established. So when you buy this clock, you can get a 30-day free trial of the Hatch Plus, which gives you access to the entire library of sounds. And they even have like sleep stories and meditations. There's a lot of things in there. Basic on its own, without it, I used it for about 2 or 3 weeks before I signed up for the Hatch Plus, because I wanted to get a feel for it just like out of the box. And honestly, I was disappointed that for the price that it was, one, that it didn't come with a whole year of access, and it only gave me like a 30-day free trial. You would think for 200 bucks that I would get more than that, but you only basically have a couple of sleep sounds to choose from, and you have access to all the light colors that you can pick from. And I'll show you, at any point you can like pick a light color. So if you just want to use the light, and then you can adjust the brightness, but I'm pretty sure my brightness is, let's see what my brightness is set at. It's not even that bright, so I can make it even brighter. I think I had it at 50. Go back to the colors. So you can, there's a lot of colors in here you can pick from, just, you know, regular. And then the sounds. So in my sleep, right now I have it set for green noise, but, oh, sorry. It it has all these other, it has just these. And I was actually kind of disappointed that it didn't have more sleep sounds than just this. It also has an option that you can use a light as like a night light during the night. So if you wanted to like have the light on, which I felt like was kind of defeating the purpose of having a sunrise alarm clock. So I don't have my light turned on. But basically the premise of the, wait, this is gonna annoy me. I gotta turn this off. Will it let me turn it off like that? Okay, there goes. One of the things about having a sunrise alarm clock, the reason behind it is because the clock slowly, gradually increases in brightness and like color variation. So you can have it, obviously it'll go from like some kind of a red to a bright, and you can pick a varying degree of types of sunsets, or I mean sunrises. You can pick the same thing with the sunsets when it comes to like your wind down routine. But the whole point is that the light is supposed to gently wake you up in the morning. I will say the first time I used it, I did not sleep. I didn't go to bed. I went to bed late and I had to wake up early. And I honestly was very surprised that when I woke up, I actually felt awake, even though I didn't sleep very much. I do like that the sound, when it comes on very slowly. It's almost like an increased volume. So it starts off at a very low volume and then it gradually increases. Now, before I was using this clock as my alarm clock to like wake me up, I was using my phone alarm clock, and whatever sound I had picked on here, it was definitely, I mean, there's no way in the Apple phone for you to set the alarm to like kind of gradually wake you up, and it would always kind of jolt me awake. Nowadays, if this alarm accidentally goes off, it jolts me awake and it startles me, and it's not a very pleasant experience. So the thing that I love the most about the clock is the fact that I do get a more gentle alarm wake up situation, and as opposed to like, you know, raw, here's a loud sound, wake up, it's time to go. The thing that I do not like about this is that when it comes to the snooze, so if your alarm goes off and you need to snooze it, you just tap this one time, this button, and if you had sleep sounds playing all night, which is what I've been doing, I've been letting the sleep sounds play all night. If I let the sleep sounds play and the alarm goes off and then I hit snooze, suddenly it'll snooze and it'll repeat the alarm in about 10 minutes, but the sound's gone. It doesn't like resume picking up my sleep sounds. So that makes it a little bit, it feels weird because like you're used to like hearing this noise that's like muffling out any other noise in the house, because my kids are up trying to get ready for school. I'll hear that, and so it kind of like disrupts my sleep. The whole point of me having the sleep noise is to kind of drown out any other sounds happening. Not like, I don't even keep it that loud. I keep it at like a 10. I think the highest you can go is like 100. So over here, I don't know if it's going to adjust the sound with no sound on, but the buttons for adjusting the volume are over here. It's like in the screen. You can't even feel it, but you have to just tap on it. And I have a setting to where the clock goes off at night. So my room is like completely dark. Another thing about this clock that I do not like is that it runs through the Wi-Fi. So as you can see, like my Wi-Fi is right here on my nightstand, and I unplug this at night. And there have been times where I've unplugged it and then been like, oh crap, I need to change the time on my clock to go off at a different time. And then that means I have to go plug it back in, wait for my Wi-Fi, and then get on the app and connect it and try and like do it that way. So do I think this sunrise alarm clock is worth it? To be fair, I've never tried any other sunrise alarm clocks, so I don't know if there's something better than this. This is the only version I've ever tried. This is like the fanciest clock I've ever had, aside from the time when I had a clock that used to dock my iPad, back when we only had iPads and we didn't have the iPhones yet, so that was like a really long time ago. This does not externally connect to any other sound, so if you wanted to like try and connect it and like play music through it, you can't do that. I wish there was like an extra function that you could do that. That would be cool. That might have made it worth like $200. I think the best value would be to wait for this thing to go on sale. And you can order this directly through the Hatch website. I ordered mine through Amazon. Both of them were priced the exact same. I think that maybe during like the holidays they probably will go on sale. Maybe sign up for their email list and see, or just, I think on Amazon if you add something to like save later, the app will let you know if it goes on sale, and then you can like buy it at a different time. I don't know. Personally, like I don't think anybody should pay $200 for it unless you absolutely, you know, like can't wait and you really want to get this one. It does come in 3 different colors. I'm not sure exactly which one mine is. I'll pop it up on the screen. I have to look at my order, but I like the way it looks. It like matches well with like everything else in my room. I like how it blends in. I like how the clock, you know, I can have it off because I don't like looking at the clock in the middle of the night, because then my brain is like, oh, this is how many more hours of sleep I can get. So I like that I was able to set it up to where at a certain time that goes away, and then in the morning it comes back on. So I like that function. And again, like my favorite part is the fact that I can use the sleep sounds on here as opposed to using some sleep sounds on my phone and draining my battery, and then in the morning like I have no battery on my phone. I like that the alarm gently wakes me up, and you do have the option. You don't have to use the sunrise feature if you don't want to. I did test it out a little bit without it, and you can change the duration. So I think it's like default to like 30 minutes, but you can go in there and scroll the duration to any length of time pretty much you want. I don't know like what the max is, but I tried it for like 15 minutes instead of 30 minutes just to kind of see if I noticed any difference. Yeah, and it being this close to my bed, it's pretty bright when it gets to the brightest, but I think you can adjust the brightness in the phone settings, but also like over here on this area of the clock, if there was a light on right now, if I were to push in this area right here, it would adjust the brightness up and down. And I'm gonna keep it. It was a pricey one. I will update if for some reason this thing just like goes to crap, but the website says it has like a 1-year thing. I don't know if that's going to apply to me since I purchased it through Amazon, but like most products when you purchase on Amazon, it will go through, so I'm not worried about it. Like the quality of it seems nice, that it'll hold up well over time. It'll be interesting to see if they update the app. Now the app costs $4.99 a month or like $50 a year. Now that I'm not in the 30-day trial anymore, and I still have whatever routine I set in place is still there, I can't edit it. If I want to edit my routine, I'll probably just sign up for like a 1-month trial, edit my routine, and then unsubscribe again, knowing that like my routine is still going to remain in place, which I'm really glad that they didn't just completely strip me away from the routine, because I like at night, like when I'm getting ready to wind down, for me to just push this button and it pops up the little sunset and starts playing my little jazz piano music for 30 minutes. And then once the 30-minute timer finishes, it automatically switches over to the brown noise sounds that I have. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments if you are planning on picking this up. I'll leave my affiliate link in the description in case this video made you want to go get it. But if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.